Welcome to Scentonomics. Bond number 9 usually names their fragrances after something New York related, and so they have named this fragrance Bleecker St, which is where they have a Bond number 9 boutique. So the street is supposed to be a hip designer hotspot in the West Village. So is Bleecker St really as trendy as the name might suggest? Let's find out. So in terms of the presentation, the box has a green top and a violet base, and it looks pretty nice from the outside. So the bottle has a very loud presentation, and it was designed by the fashion designer and watercolor artist Rachel Katz. So here's the bottle. Outside of it stays in this little throne thingy, and once you take it out, you have the bottle right here. The Bond number 9 bottle is actually a pretty cool bottle. It has a nice purple lid, and the design right here, like I said, was made by Rachel Katz. She's a famous fashion designer and watercolor artist. And, you know, it's in the same star-like shape as all the other Bond number 9 bottles are. It's marketed as a unisex fragrance, and it was created by David Appel, who also made Wall Street by Bond number 9 and Unforgivable by Sean John. So Bleecker St comes in two main sizes, 50 ml for $175, or 100 ml for $230, roughly that's the retail price. So that was the presentation for Bleecker St, and now we'll move on to the scent. So in terms of the scent, the top notes for Bleecker St are blueberry, violet leaf, cassis, also called blackcurrant, and thyme. The mid notes are jasmine, cedarwood, and cinnamon, and the base notes are oak moss, suede, patchouli, amber, and vanilla. The main accords are woody, fruity, and earthy accords. So Bond number 9 classifies Bleecker St as a unisex fragrance, and I can understand why, but I think it's more of a masculine scent than a feminine one, but I suppose there are enough floral notes and sweetness in it, making it suitable for women to wear also. However, it seems that it was created more so with men in mind as compared to women. The top notes of Bleecker St put violet leaf at the forefront of the fragrance, with some fruit and sweetness added by the cassis, or meaning the blackcurrant. The overall effect of the opening is a sweet and fresh scent. After this, it fades and moves in a totally new direction, from a green floral to something similar to a gourmand, but not exactly a gourmand. The jasmine adds a light floral component, while the cinnamon provides a hint of the gourmand-like quality. As the base begins to come through, a light trail of wood and musk begin to develop along with the vanilla, which is what keeps it somewhat gourmand-like. Overall, it is a very nice scent in my opinion. It varies at times from sweet to fruity to floral to woody to being gourmand-like, but not really one of those in-your-face type gourmands. It's like a new note sprouts its head up every time I smelled it through the life of this scent. But there were a lot of notes in here, so I couldn't really tell where this scent was exactly wanting to go, as if it lacked directionality, and it was trying too hard to do too many things at one and the same time. However, nonetheless, it is a pleasant trip from the violet top to the woody middle to the sweet base. So those were my thoughts regarding the scent. Now we'll move on to the rating. So in terms of distinction and uniqueness, I will give Bleecker St an 8 out of 10. It's similar to Ralph Lauren's Purple Label, which came out in 2003, but the same issue that's behind Cool Water and Green Irish Tweed is the same issue behind this and Purple Label, which is that I think this is a better fragrance overall. In terms of longevity, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It lasts over 6 hours, but that's expected from a scent that has these types of notes and accords in it. Perhaps if the gourmand nature of the scent were stronger, it might last a little longer, but it might also change the pleasant nature of the scent, so perhaps it's best to just leave it alone. In terms of projection and sillage, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It projects for a decent hour and a half, and is not overwhelming. In terms of versatility, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I think this can be pulled off by men and women alike, of all ages. It doesn't come off as too youngish, nor as too oldish either. It's a great spring fragrance because of the notes, but I think it would do well in the summertime and the fall time. As far as presentation goes, I will give it an 8 out of 10. is designed nicely as most Bond number 9 bottles usually are. As far as the Scentonomic factor goes, I will give it a 7 out of 10. It goes for about $150 on Fragrance Net. It's a decent price, but I still feel it's a little high for the fragrance of this nature. If it were to be around $100, for example, that would be a better dollar value for something of this sort, which I think is the reason why I would give it a 7 out of 10. So overall, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's a great fragrance, and please don't get me wrong, but as customers, we expect a little more from a niche house like Bond number 9. So that was my review of Bleecker St by Bond number 9. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Also, please comment down below and let me know your experiences with Bleecker St. If you know of any other Bond number 9s, please let me know which ones are good as well, because this is like my first Bond number 9 bottle. Also, please, if you have any experiences with Purple Label as it relates to Bleecker St, please let me know that down in the comments as well. Once again, thank you very much for watching the video and showing your support. I sincerely appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. I wish you all a wonderful day. This is Nabil signing off from Scentonomics, where every cent counts.